Hello everybody on the internet watching, and welcome to the beginning of week 3 of the Totally Normal Football League. I'm TG, and today we have an over here division matchup as the San Francisco Shitbirds are on the road against the struggling Kingston Gators. The Shitbirds 1-1, lost to the Stoats in a bit of an upset last week, both in part to both penalties against the Shitbirds, giving the Stoats a bunch of breaks, but also the injury of star quarterback Jeff Forshot. He is out for 5 games with a knee injury. So it's going to be JB Bradshaw at the helm of the Shitbirds, who did a fairly decent job behind the helm in the preseason before Jeff Forshot took over for the team. And Wayne T-Block, linebacker for the Shitbirds, is also out for 3 games with an ankle injury. So the Shitbirds playing with a slightly injured roster as these injuries start piling up here in week 3 of the Totally Normal Football League. But everyone is still expecting the Shitbirds to pull through because their opponents tonight are the Kingston Gators, who, as we saw on Friday, are still very much a team that is struggling to find their identity. It seems that every single week they significantly change up their roster, trying to find something that works, and basically taking a throw everything at the wall and see what sticks approach week by week. And that, of course, has led to a 0-2 record. The big thing is the Gators have not yet scored a touchdown here as we enter week 3 of the league. They've scored 2 field goals across their 2 games, and that is it. They have the worst score differential in the league. Graham Howard is starting for them again, so at least they have some consistency at quarterback this week. But yeah, let's not waste any time jumping into the game today. Okay, we've got the game all loaded up. Shitbirds on the road against the Gators. It's an extremely cold January 1st. Happy New Year to everybody. I'm glad you're deciding to spend your January 1st watching this live here. So once again, Jeff Forshot, star QB for the Shitbirds, out with an almost season-ending knee injury. It's JB Bradshaw here, the number 2, starting off, which what is called the JB Bradshaw experience. And after he came in to relieve Jeff Forshot in last week's game against the Stoats, he would end up throwing 2 interceptions. And here's Andy Overnight. Now, usually, the Shitbirds have had a tiny shakeup in their roster, and they've decided to have the wide receiver duo of Andy Overnight and Kelsey Maato as their wide receivers number 1 and number 2. Evan Sackland has actually been moved onto the defensive line. Sorry for my... There we go. Evan Sackland is now on the defensive line, and he's expected to do really great. Evan Sackland, one of those players that has the stats to do good at basically any position. And with how good Kelsey Maato has been in the past 2 weeks of regular season play, they've decided to step him up as the main receiver and have Evan Sackland go where he's needed a bit more on the defense. And Fizzlebeef returns the ball, tackled down by Nicholas Five Iron, the cornerback. So the Kingston Gators, the 0-2 struggling team, worst team in the league right now, trying to see if they can find their footing here. As Graham Howard steps back, throws over, finds Omar Jeltz, and he's tackled down for a first down. Now there's Omar Jeltz, who was missing in last week's game against the Janitors. Omar Jeltz was trying out his hand as a safety, but he's back as a wide receiver. He kind of made a name for himself in the preseason, scoring over 30 points and basically being Nathan Pope's long ball assassin. Hands it off to Nathan Sittler, or Aiden Spears, sorry.
1 yard gain on the play.
For only 1 yard. But yeah, Omar Jeltz, it was very weird they decided to put him at safety instead of wide receiver. He seemed to be doing good after The Janitors kind of absolutely shut him down, but again, they're back. Jeltz at wide receiver. And he's already caught a first down. Graham large over the center, and Jeltz with a big reception. He's back, ladies and gentlemen.
Gain of 20 on the play.
It is a complete mystery why they took him off of the wide receiver role in the first place, but it seems that the Gators' general management finally had clear heads and was like, why is this guy not wide receiver? Opposite of him is number 11, Brent Budgeson, who's also a wide receiver prospect the Gators have been trying out. And again, it's a catch by number 15,
Gain of 12.
or sorry, 13, Ben Tanner with the reception. And that's 3 in a row for Graham Howard. Graham Howard had a pretty abysmal passer rating last game, and he's already off to a roaring start, hoping to turn that around for this team. And they are looking great against the Shitbirds defense. And there's a sack! And that's Evan Sackland with his first sack. Finally true to his namesake after lighting it up as a great wide receiver. He's been put on this D-line since the Shitbirds general management decided that, you know what, their wide receivers are actually pretty good. And Evan Sackland is an incredible player who's good at anywhere else on the field. A short pass to the fullback gets only a couple of yards.
On the reception, 3-yard gain on the play.
Doug Gongshow, who was moved from middle linebacker to fullback. Yeah, the move for Evan Sackland looking great, as that sack brings it to 3rd and 10. After Gongshow tries to apply a Band-Aid to the drive. Graham Howard stepping back, but not a whole lot, and it's another sack! Hit down by Spencer Hammerpants, the defensive end. And that's 2 sacks on this drive, and that brings it to a close as the Gators are booing as Ziggy side smashes out to punt in enemy territory. Fair catch called, and it's a touchback. No surprise there. So Omar Jeltz is looking like he's back to public enemy number 1 status. But that Gators O-line kind of struggling against this newly formed Shitbirds pass rush. And now it's JB Bradshaw handing it off to on Downson. Oh, that's
6 on the play.
no, that's Elijah Beard, the fullback. Elijah Beard has been a fan favorite player for the Shitbirds. He's short, but like 80 feet wide. It's so hilarious watching him pass block when he needs to. A lot of receivers spread out. Wild as, oh my goodness. Oh, and it's dropped.
Ball's incomplete. Number 16, the intended receiver on the play.
Nelson Codmore with a big drop there. As defensive end Matthew Hart Bishop had completely broken through the line and was threatening to sack JB Bradshaw. And again throws it to Elijah Beard, who doesn't get far, and it's a 3 and out for the Shitbirds. Ronnie Farron, the punter, picked up in free agency. Out to kick. And there it goes. A bit to the right. Fair catch called by Fizzlebeef.
Fair catch made at the 40-yard line.
And the Gators starting this drive with great field position. Starting from their own 40. Looks like I formation for the Gators. Graham Howard taking a long time on the snap as he lugs it to Aiden Spears, who doesn't get very far. Gets tackled down by Ronnie Smashmouth. Ronnie Smashmouth has been a phenomenal linebacker for the Shitbirds. Leads the team in tackles, if I remember correctly. Yeah, him and Danny Hairline it's a short pass, and that might have been a tackle for loss as he throws to the tight end Vicky Ramjam. Danny Hairline, the other star linebacker for the Shitbirds.
Give me that pick. Just throw it over here. Watch him out there. Watch his hands.
It's just 3rd and 9 for the Gators.
That's you.
Again, Graham Howard looking for the pass. Throws it on the flat to number 26, but doesn't get very far. That was to Nathan Sittler. And cornerback Fred Holdings, who's also been picked up in free agency by the Shitbirds, with the tackle. And it's a 3-and-out for the Gators. A Ziggy side smash. Out to punt. And that's hard to the left. That's going to go out of bounds near the 20-yard line. Actually, the 16-yard line is where the Shitbirds are going to start this drive.
Lucy.
It's interesting to see that the Shitbirds have been mostly trying to run it. They had that awful drop that Nelson Codmore had. Bradshaw stepping back over the middle, and it's knocked loose. Kelsey Ma'auto looked like he had it, but holy moly, dude. Ken Chukonu, linebacker for the Gators, came in there like a car crash, knocked the ball loose, incomplete pass, and the Shitbirds will have to try again. And it's over the middle, and again, knocked down. Randall Cloud swipes it away, and the Gators are looking like not the team they've been for the first 2 weeks of the regular season. Gators spread out, looking for pass coverage. Only 3 linemen up front. As Silverblood's on the move to the left side. Bradshaw stepping back. Lots of time to think. Over the middle, and it's a short reception to Andy Overnight. Then again, that's going to be another 3-and-outs for Alex Riddy and Shitbirds. Ronnie Theron with his 3rd punt today. This one looking towards the middle of the field. And Fizzle Beef is going to end the first quarter at halfway down the field. Still scoreless here in the first quarter. As the Gators defense looks like it's prepared for this new shakeup that the Shitbirds have been going on. And already the Shitbirds D-line now bolstered by Evan Sacklin's moving to defensive tackle. Already 2 sacks this game on Graham Howard as he chugs it to Aiden Spears, who gets that for 1 yard.
1 yard gain on the play.
Yeah, the Gators' opening to their game against the Janitors last week was very peculiar. They had Tyler McFridge as a running back who, the first 2 plays of the game, had 2 explosive runs as a short reception. Oh my god! That stiff arm by Brent Budgeson. Short reception. But yeah, Tyler McFridge had 2 explosive running plays, and then he was MIA for the rest of the game in terms of yardage. But it looks like that experiment is over with as Tyler McFridge has resumed his duties as cornerback. As the Shitbirds are spread out, ready to defend this pass. Everyone's loaded up. Everyone's a receiver for this one for the Gators. Howard's looking for someone open, and he throws it! Gets completed to Ben Tanner on the right side, and that's a first down. Ben Tanner going one-on-one against Tanner Gorgerdome, who's been quite a good cornerback for the Shitbirds. Gets past the man coverage, picks up the pass for that key first down as the Gators are marching down the field against the Shitbirds.
Watch a bootleg. Mike, cover, Mike.
Again, the Kingston Gators only 6 points so far in the whole season across their 2 games. As Graham Howard is on the run, tripped up. Evan Sackland with the trip, so Graham Howard's not going to get too far on that scramble. Hey Moxie, I'm glad you could join us for tonight's broadcast. I hope you're doing great and hope you had a great new year. Holy crap. Howard looking for someone open. Finds over the middle. That's Nick Hatchback. And that's not going to be for a first down. Actually, it was 9 yards. So yeah, that will be a first down. So a first down catch for Nick Hatchback, who, despite basically the Gators upending their roster every single week, Nick Hatchback has been consistently a great tight end for them. And it's a handoff to Aiden Spears, but he doesn't get anywhere.
On the run, 1 yard gain on the play.
Yeah, the Shitbirds have this run game pretty well scouted. We saw the Gators try to do some sort of weird screen thing. That's not really a screen because you need to have blockers in front of you for a screen. But that's been all sniffed out by the Shitbirds so far. And these runs to the outside are also getting well shut down. So we'll see if... Nope, they're going to continue to try and run the ball with Spears with terrible run blocking. Raymond Bumper Crop gets through for the tackle on the ball carrier. And it's 3rd and 9 for the Gators. They are in field goal range with a contractually obligated 1 field goal per game. His Nick Hatchback is on the move to the left side. Or maybe not. He's bringing it back. 2 hops this time. Howard steps back, looking for someone open. It's over wide to the left end. Received by number 26, Nathan Sittler. But again, doesn't get far. So with these camera angles, we can't really see how the cornerbacks are covering the receivers and the play of the safeties. So we can only assume that they were doing a phenomenal job there, making sure that people were covered. Graham Howard didn't like the look of anyone being open, so he passed it on the flat to the running back. Didn't really pan out, and Andre Fourscore kicks another field goal, and puts 3 points on the board for Kingston, which is how they started out their game against the Janitors last week, need a reminder, viewers. And then they didn't score anything else for the rest of the game. So we'll see if they can keep this momentum going. There's been a lot of 3 and out so far in the first half. And this half is almost over. Only 3 minutes and 20 seconds left on the board. And there's the kickoff. Going to the left side of the field. Lloyd Marshall opting for the touchback, so this drive will start at the 20-yard line.
Watch a bootleg. Stay home, Mike.
Gators in heavy pass coverage. 3 up front. Oh my god, Drew Badford almost got through, but it's a recepted by Ian Ringout for a first down. Recepted? I've never said that word before in my life. That's not what it's called. But a first down for the Shitbirds. Davey Bradshaw's been doing a great job. Play action pass, throw to the flat as Elijah Beard runs out of the field for some reason. This is the chunkiest QB ever. Oh yeah, if you want to see chunky, wait until you see the Shitbirds kick a field goal. DJ Wideboy is a huge chunk of a man, but throw off to Elijah Beard. Again, doesn't get everywhere as Jay McDiggle is all over him with help from Jevin Holdsbard. Crowd really liking that one. But yeah, JB Bradshaw, the backup quarterback for the Shitbirds, as Jeff Forshot is out injured with an almost season-ending knee injury as we reach the 2-minute warning. Gators leading, 2 minutes left in the half. They've been pretty good all day with their defense. Denny Buglis, number 57 at the bottom of your screen with the power stance. He's going around for a blitz. Jay McDiggle trying to get through, but that leaves number 14 wide open. Or no, that was Kelsey Ma'ato. There is no number 14. I can read. And immediately into the pistol is JB Bradshaw stepping back, looking over the middle, and it's complete to Andy Overnight.
17 on the reception, 11-yard gain on the play.
And the Shitbirds are well into this 2-minute drill as they've reached the Gators' 40-yard line. Here, Dumoulin. On the move. JB Bradshaw, deep shot to the right side, but incomplete. Tyler McFridge with the tackle.
Receiver on the play.
And 2nd and 10. The incomplete pass. It gives us a little bit of a breather here. With the pass incompletion, pausing the play clock until the snap. There we go. Bradshaw again looking in the air over the middle, and it's complete. Ian Ringout with the reception. And that's another first down as they are carving up this Gators defense, which has been quite bad to the pass game, but nobody was covering. Ian Ringout again.
Gain of 14 on the play.
Or no, number 19, Kelsey Maato, sorry. I cannot read these jerseys from this angle for some reason. And Bradshaw trying to find another open man. Left side, and it's caught! Kelsey Maato for 6. And man, this is exactly how the Gators were carved up in their matchup against the Jackson Hole Janitors on Friday. DJ Wideboy out to try the point after try.
Set.
And it's good. San Francisco up 4 points with 1 minute left in the half. Absolutely carving up the Gators defense with their passing blitz. It's just... DJ Wideboy comes by his name, honestly.
San Francisco is lined up for the kickoff. Number 25 back deep to return.
There you go, a great kick. Fizzlebeef set to return, and he's going for it. He gets to the 22-yard line.
20 yards. Number 25 on the return.
Now we'll see if the Gators can put up a similar passing blitz now that they have Omar Jeltz available to them on the left side. Oh my god. Safety coming up. What? Graham Howard, it's over the middle, and it's recepted by Ben Tanner. The Gators using their first timeout. Howard under pressure, but it's caught by Mickey Ramjam. And there's a holding penalty on Erwin Mongo, so that shit is going right back.
The pass falls incomplete. Number 12, the intended receiver on the play.
Deep out. Wide. Deuce. Set.
The offense calls a timeout.
Base. Set. Man, come on.
Sorry about that. Elijah Beard trying to go on the sweep, but a huge tackle for loss. Sorry about that.
On the carry, loss of 2 on the play.
Had to step away from the moment, but while I was gone, Ronnie Smashmouth with a big interception, and that takeaway allowing the Shitbirds to drive all the way to the Gators' 20-yard line. And Bradshaw, a huge fumble. Oh my god, and Randall Cloud is all over him. What a disaster.
Fumble on the play, recovered by the offense.
JB Bradshaw, less pitching it and more yeeting it the hell out of there. Big miscommunication, so DJ Whiteboy's going to come out here and end this interception drive with a 47-yard field goal attempt. So a big break there caught by the Gators as it's right through the uprights. Kingston down by a touchdown with 27 seconds left in the half. And it's a squib kick. It's low and all over the place. Fizzle Beef looks like he just adds it to his inventory. Oh, gets by! And he's gonna break away! David Fizzle Beef is getting to return it for a touchdown! What happened? I do not believe it. Let's follow David Fizzlebeef as he goes right down and just completely door slams. Oh my god, and Aiden Spears tying up DJ Whiteboy. Wayne Hamilton desperately trying to run up behind him, and it's a Gators touchdown, as if they get this point after try, they will tie it up with 16 seconds left in the half. I don't believe it. The first touchdown for the Gators this season, and there's a flag on the play. Alex North-South with holding, so they'll have to replay the point after try again. Moved back 5 yards. It should still be good for Andre Fourscore. He's an excellent kicker. Oh my god. And there's the kick. And the paperwork is complete, and we're tied up here in the first half. Now the Shitbirds at the start of the season were one of the favorites to do well. Perhaps even win the over their division, but with how the Janitors look and with their most recent loss to the Stoats last week in the Wednesday doubleheader, who knows anymore? Because of that, the Jacksonville Janitors are definitely the strongest looking team in the league. At 2-0 after defeating the Gators on last Friday. As Lloyd Marshall catches the kick return.
On the return.
High formation for the Shitbirds. Passes it off, and that is immediately sniffed out by linebacker Jay McDiggle.
Loss on the play.
Time ticking down in the half here, so we're going to end the half tied up. And we have ourselves a game. Kingston Gators 0-2, the Shitbirds 1-1 in this Week 3 matchup, an over here versus over there division. Both the New York Knitters and the Kingston Gators are 0-2 after 2 weeks, with the Trash Pandas being 2-0. Lloyd Marshall opting for the touchback to begin the half.
Watch a bootleg.
JB Bradshaw has been throwing pretty well today. He hasn't thrown an interception once. Quite infamously last week, once he subbed in for Jeff Forshaw, he then threw 2 interceptions in the last half of the game, throwing it over the middle. It's an interception! Why do I open my mouth? Jay McDiggle, star middle linebacker for the Gators, comes up with the pick, and they are on the Shitbirds 20. The JB Bradshaw experience rears its ugly head, and San Francisco fans count the days on the calendar until Jeff Forshaw can return to play. Aiden Spears with the handoff and gets up the gut for a good gain.
Gain of 6 on the play.
Both teams now 1 interception apiece.
Come on and get it. Set.
2nd and 4, 14 yards away from the end zone. Split backs, Howard stepping back, over the middle, and it's complete to Omar Jeltz with his touchdown. Gators put 6 on the board. And man, are Gators fans happy that Omar Jeltz is back. Andre Fourscore with the point after try. And it is good. Well, that was a wild start to the half as the Gators once again kick it off to the Shitbirds. Ziggy side smash. The kickoff dude. So the billboard Peter Blub slowly gets into position. Oh my God.
Return for lost yardage.
Reno Pearson, strong safety. For those of you who don't know, this league was started with 350 randomly generated players, not assigned to any position. Each of the general managers had to look at each individual person and assign them a position, as this run is instantly stopped by Matthew Hart Bishop. They had to assign a position based on how their stats looked like. And general managers have the freedom to basically move anyone around anywhere. So you have Reno Pearson there who got the tackle on that kickoff. Reno Pearson used to be a backup quarterback before being moved to strong safety. You had Omar Jeltz try to be safety. He was wide receiver, then he was safety, then he's back to wide receiver here already with a touchdown today. JB Bradshaw under pressure, throws it to the left side, and no one is there for Pierre Dumoulin, and he runs it for a great reception. And yeah, to continue that, Pierre Dumoulin here, number 81, tight end for the Shitbirds, used to be a great offensive lineman. But the Shitbirds are more interested in strengthening their receiver core, especially since Evan Sackland has moved from wide receiver to the D-line. And it's just led to a lot of really fun changes, like Nathan Pope, who was an excellent quarterback for the Gators in the preseason, being moved to center. And it's caught there. McFridge getting tackled, and Maato has been having a great day today receiving. 1 touchdown already and numerous first down receptions as well. 2nd and 2 as we're approaching the logo. And JB Bradshaw under pressure, but again, Kelsey Maato stepping up huge in this game. Shitbirds general manager Alex Ridian had a lot of faith in both Andy Overnight and Kelsey Maato, moving Sackland from the wide receiver position to DT as Elijah Beard gets a pretty good, or that's not Elijah Beard, that is Garyon Downson, sorry. Garyon Downson used to be a punter, and now he's trying out as running back number 1. As JB Bradshaw has gotten the Shitbirds to enemy territory, deep bomb to the right side of the field, and it's knocked away by Randall Cloud.
Number 17.
With a little help there from Tyler McFridge. But Bradshaw looking deep there, trying to put the fear of God into the Gators secondary. But it's 3rd and 5 now for the Shitbirds. Jay McDiggle on the outside. J.K. Jokester moving up as well. I smell a safety blitz. Nope. Stay in coverage. Bradshaw, lots of time, throwing it for a first down to, again, Kelsey Maato.
Gain of 8 on the play.
Kelsey Maato averaging there 11 yards per reception. Excellent work there. San Francisco down by 7 points with 3 minutes, 40 seconds left in the quarter. Third quarter, flat pass, and it's almost intercepted by Drew Badford, who follows Elijah Beard to the outside. Drew Badford, number 99 on the Gators defensive line, another one of the players who just hasn't moved. He's been phenomenal pressuring quarterbacks and stopping runs like that, as Randall Cloud struggles to get Gary on down, son. And it's 3rd down. San Francisco 2 for 5 on 3rd down conversions. Need to get it 7 yards, so Bradshaw's going to back up, look for someone open as the pocket collapses, but it's complete to Pierre Dumoulin.
Reception. Gain of 10 on the play.
And the Shitbirds keep the drive alive and the chains moving. Linebackers inching up, and they sniffed the run out pretty hard there.
Loss of 2 on the play.
Jeffrey Catman with the tackle. How were the player names picked? They were crowdsourced in my server, so it was mostly me doing stream of consciousness, and a bunch of other people suggested names, and the cream of the crop were chosen for the starting 350 players. Bradshaw under pressure. Andy Overnight stepping out of bounds to stop the clock.
Gain on the play.
And JB Bradshaw is barely getting these passes out in time. The Gators have been bringing a quite good blitz. They are getting past this O-line, but Bradshaw just having the awareness to pick the receiver in time who's open and just barely getting these passes off in the nick of time. But lots of time on this one as he throws it over the middle, and it's a touchdown for Keegan Silverblood. And with this point after try, the Shitbirds will tie it up. Silverblood on the 14-yard touchdown pass. And the widest of boys kicks it in. And it's a tie game here tonight in a much more competitive match than I thought it was going to be going in, with how much the Gators have been struggling to find their identity, and it looks like they've been able to piece something together here, as the Shitbirds are quite a formidable team, despite their 1-1 record so far. The Stoats finding a way to defeat them, with the Shitbirds receiving an awful lot of penalties against them in that game last week, but also losing out on their starting quarterback Jeff Forshot, and Wayne T-Block, starting outside linebacker, is also injured for a couple of games. David Fizzlebeef on the return. David Fizzlebeef with 1 touchdown already today.
Number 25 on the return.
Well, it was the first ever kickoff touchdown of the season. The Janitors got one on their very first play ever in the league in the preseason. Graham Howard, play action, but tries to get it out in time as he was overran by Larry Longshore. Tries to throw it to the right side. avoids the sack. 2nd and 10 for the Gators.
Watch Z, left.
On their 28-yard line. Howard again stepping back, throws it over the middle. It's complete to Larry Balding as he gets the first down.
Yard gain on the play.
Gators working their way into the logo zone.
Set. Hut.
And it's a pass off to Aiden Spears, who runs it right up the middle.
Spears on the run. 7-yard gain on the play.
Aiden Spears, who the Gators picked up in free agency. He was not drafted. Trying to shore up their running back woes after Aston Sullivan, who they drafted pretty high in the initial draft, turned out to be a bust. It's complete to Mickey Ramjam for a first down.
The reception. 7-yard gain on the play.
Pass down the middle, Ramajam. Whoa, get a first down, Ramajam. We're now beginning the last quarter of the game. Both teams 17-17. In a very competitive match-off to kick off week 3 of the Totally Normal Football League. Gators in possession at the Shitbirds 40. Graham Howard in trouble, and it's a sack as Danny Hairline continues to show the Shitbirds why he is the MVP of the defense. Big sack there for 6 yards as the Gators are in trouble at 2nd and long. Gators spreading out wide. Howard's going to step back, look for someone open as he's overwhelmed. It's over the middle again to Ricky Ramjam for a huge reception.
14 on the play.
And the Gators are going to make it 3rd and short.
Bring it, baby, bring it.
Gators are only 1 for 5 on 3rd down conversions.
Let's go. 3 and out. Stop
But this is
it,
very makeable, so they should improve their chances here. It's a pass to Aiden Spears, and he gets it over the line barely.
Gain of 2 on the play.
And the Gators move the chains further into Shitbirds territory.
Base.
6 minutes, 20 seconds left in the game in the 4th quarter here. Graham Howard with split backs. Handing it off, but it doesn't get anywhere.
On the run. Lost
Ronnie Smashmouth gets over the O-line for the tackle. Ronnie Smashmouth with a couple of TFLs. I believe he got a sack earlier, and that key interception over the middle that eventually led to a field goal drive. 2nd and 12 for the Gators as they're loading up the left side. It's over the middle, a short reception from Brent Budson. And Ben Sports is injured. Injured his back. The last thing the Shitbirds need is more injuries, so we're hoping to see Ben Sports come back. Number 43 cornerback. We'll keep our eyes open for him if he returns to play.
Watch him out there, watch.
As Graham Howard, tries to set up a screen with Omar Jeltz, but it absolutely collapses.
2 on the play.
Yeah, there's something about the AI who they just cannot set up run formations. I haven't seen a really successful screen yet from the AI in this game. And I don't think I've ever seen a wide sweep to the outside work successfully either, as this gets punted for a touchback. So JB Bradshaw is up again to try and put points on the board here. As this game is drawing to a close. Over the middle, it's complete to Andy Overnight.
17 makes the catch. Gain of 10 on the play.
Yes, and it will be for a first down.
Short bag.
Oh, it wasn't for a first down. Oh my god. How close can you be without getting a first down? If this was spotted in real life, that would have been a first down. As Bradshaw is over the middle, big reception to Andy Overnight.
With the reception, gain of 14 on the play.
And with that, the Shitbirds make it into the logo zone. On their 43-yard line, Bradshaw on the run, and he's taken down, a sack by Jeffrey Catman. And that's going to put them back quite a ways, as it's now 2nd and 17 for the Shitbirds. And Bradshaw looking, he's over. It's a big reception to Kelsey Maato. And Ruben Staples appears to have injured his head, so he will go to the sidelines for concussion protocol. That is terrible news for the Gators, as Ruben Staples is one of the best cornerbacks the Gators have. He's been on the coverage on the left side all day. So if he's out with a concussion, and immediately Kelsey Maato gets by Martin Fedek, who's a backup cornerback. Holy crap, Farley Love just absolutely drilled Matthew Archbishop there. And here we go. Now we're on the 2-minute warning. Shitbirds fastly approaching the red zone with these big receptions that they've been getting on this drive. 1st and 10 on the Gators' 28-yard line. And it's a handoff to Downson, who doesn't get very far, as Ken Chukunu gets low. That was hard to say fast.
Stay home, Mike.
3 yards on the play. 2nd and 7 for the Shitbirds. And it's another handoff to Downson, who barely was able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Get at him, dude.
Third and 7, and there's a timeout by the Gators to try and preserve the clock for their drive after this. The Gators can hold the Shitbirds to a field goal. That makes their next drive considerably easier. 4 for 7 are the Shitbirds on 3rd down. As Bradshaw again hands it over to Elijah Beard, who runs it in for a first down.
By the defense. Beard on the run. 9-yard gain on the play.
Again, we're on the lookout for Ruben Staples, who might have had a concussion, number 49 cornerback. We're also on the lookout on Ben Sports, another cornerback. They're dropping like flies out there. Number 43 for the Shitbirds. It's another handoff to Downson, who runs it for another first down.
Number 20, the ball carrier.
And the Gators use their last time out. And now, as the Shitbirds are on the Gators' 4-yard line, the Gators have a tall order ahead of them if they want to prevent San Francisco from putting 6 on the board. Keegan Silverblood on the move to the outside. They're going to hand it to Downson, who barely is unable to get in there. Randall Cloud with the tackle.
Tiger out. Set. Switch up. In and out. Come on.
2nd and a little bit. QB sneak should put her away here, and the Shitbirds calling a timeout.
Delta, switch one. Robert. Game it. Wide. Let's get him. Come on.
There we go. It's a... Oh, what happened?
It's a timeout. Bradshaw, the ball carrier. 5 yards.
I don't know what happened. Everyone moved forward, but JB Bradshaw moved backwards. And that looked like Jeffrey Catman went with him. So I didn't really see who it was. I have no clue what that was. Two tight ends, and it stopped 4th down.
On the carry, 3-yard gain on the play.
I don't believe it. DJ Wideboy is out to put 3 on the board. They're going to milk as much time as possible here. It's going to look pretty dire here for the Gators. They're going to get the ball back with no timeouts remaining. And likely only 20 seconds left on the board. So their ability to get a field goal off of this is going to be very, very slim. As DJ Wideboy is taking as much time off the play clock here as possible. The Gators will likely have only 2 plays in order to get any scoring drive going. Now they just need to kick a field goal. Now I don't have the preseason game set to public, so not many people know about the legend that is Omar Jeltz. But man, did that kid light it up in the preseason for 2 70-yard touchdowns. Squib kick by the Shitbirds. It's snagged up, tackled down.
Return 14 yards.
David Fizzlebeef will have the Gators start this drive on their 40-yard line. On their 29, sorry. So we're more than likely going to see the Omar Jeltz deep bomb. We'll see how the Shitbirds can defend against that. Up by 3 here. The final plays. Big throw over, and it's caught!
On the reception, 19-yard gain on the play.
Larry Balding, and the Gators will spike the ball here. And they will have 1 play to score any points. They are way out of range for a field goal. This has to be a Hail Mary for the win. It is either going into the end zone, or the Shitbirds will win by 10. Graham Howard steps back. It's a deep bomb to the left side, and it's tipped away. Nicholas 5-iron on the coverage, slaps it away, and he allows the Shitbirds to go 2-1 as the Gators fall to 0-3 on the season in a spectacular game. Yeah, Kelsey Maato, 8 catches, 102 yards, and 1 touchdown. The plan to move Sackland from wide receiver. For those of you who don't know, Evan Sackland's stats are nuts. He's basically like S tier at any position. So Alex Ridian's ability to see that, he has Andy Overnight and Kelsey Maato already at wide receiver, and he's like, it's probably better if Evan Sackland's somewhere else. And immediately Evan Sackland, 2 sacks on the day. Let's actually go to the individual stats here. Let's go straight to defensive. Randall Cloud, 9 tackles, 1 pass deflection, and a tackle for loss? Oh my god. Oh my god, yeah, Ruben Staples didn't return to the game. He's still TBD. So, oof. The Gators do not need to lose one of their best defenders, their cornerbacks, that early. Let's see here. John Jackbos. Yeah, Evan Sackland, 1 sack, 2 tackles. And not to mention all the times he pressured the quarterback. Jeffrey Catman with his first sack. Great to see him. Danny Hairline with a sack. And Ronnie Smashmouth, 4 tackles, and 3 of them were for loss, with 1 interception. But a great work from both teams' defenses. Let's go to the passing with both quarterbacks doing fine. JB Bradshaw throwing 106-7. Graham Howard 89.6, his career best passer rating, which is a little sad. But yeah, throwing for 1 touchdown. 18 for 23. Bradshaw 19 for 26. Both with 70% completion rates. Graham Howard approaching 80 there. Yeah, this was just a great game to watch, and even though the Gators fall to 0-3 and they are definitely in trouble, since this is only a 7-game season with only, 6 teams in the whole thing. Yeah, the Gators are in a terrible spot there, trying to not lose out in their division. Yeah, Garyon Downson, 10 tries for 25 yards. The AI cannot do running plays. They just can't. Oh no, and JB Bradshaw was sacked quite a number of times today. How much was he sacked today? Oh, Graham Howard was sacked 3 times. Bradshaw was only sacked once. So every other sack we saw there, he was able to throw it away in time. So good for him. But yeah, Kelsey Ma'ato, no one even comes close to him in this game. Averaged 12.7 yards per reception. Received 102 yards with 6 yards after carry. And Andy Overnight. Kelsey Ma'ato and Andy Overnight? Oh my god. Oh no. Omar Jelt's also looking great. 4 receptions for 45 yards with an average of 11.2. So yeah, I think the Gators have life in them. Again, they basically need to win every other game at the end of this season in order to clutch it out. But the Shitbirds with a good win, putting them up to 2-1. And with that, that's going to take us to the end of the stream today. Join us on Wednesday at 8 o'clock Eastern as the 2-0 Toronto Trash Pandas are on the road against the 1-1 Seattle Stoats, which should actually be a really, really good game. With how Seattle has made some recent roster adjustments, they are off. They are up after their big upset win against the Shitbirds last week. And the Trash Pandas, one of the 2-0 teams, hoping to continue their winning streak. So do not miss that Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. I've been TG. Thank you so much for choosing to watch here either live on my Twitch here at twitch.tv/HeyI'mTG, or you're watching the YouTube VoD on my main Twitch channel, ThatGuy4878. Whichever it may be, I hope you had an excellent New Year's here. Thank you for spending your January 1st with us, and we'll see you Wednesday for more totally normal football. Have a great evening.